Does Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos have Final Four regrets? November 12, 2024. Hello, Bachelor Nation news fans. Welcome back to the channel. The Golden Bachelorette season finale featuring Joan Vassos will be airing on Wednesday night. She started with 24 amazing men and is now down to just 2. Of course, being the lead comes with big decisions, and sadly some men left with a broken heart but new motivation to find love again. It seems she has made the right choices for herself. However, when some fan favorites were sent home, many wondered if Joan would come to regret some of her decisions. Does she have any regrets about her final 4 men? Does Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos have any regrets with final 4 men? As fans sat and watched Joan on her journey to find love, many were disappointed when fan favorites were eliminated. Seeing Jonathan Roan and Mark Anderson go home even before hometowns was rough. Now that Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos has watched her season back, is there anything she would change? Bachelor Nation caught up with Joan to ask her. She said, "I don't think I would have changed any of it, but the rose ceremonies were really difficult. And I second-guessed myself a million times every single day going into them the night before. I started thinking about it days in advance, and it really kind of tortured me. But I think about my final 4, they were exactly the ones that it should have been. But those rose ceremonies were really difficult." So it turns out that Joan is still proud of the final 4 men she chose, and believes she made the right decisions. Now, she will choose her final man on Wednesday night. Will it be Guy Gansert or Chalk Chapel? Joan's favorite date of the season. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos also opened up and revealed which date was her favorite. She said it was easily the group prom date. This night was very insightful to her. She was able to see the men interacting and see how much they supported one another. Plus, Joan felt like she got to know a few of them better. Of course, Jonathan Roan was named prom king after talking about his prior heartbreak. She knew after that night that she was going to have a great season. Fans fell for the men just like she did. Now everyone is eager to learn who will be the next Golden Bachelor. Who do you think should get the leading role? Stay tuned for more updates on all your Bachelor Nation favorites. Don't miss the Golden Bachelorette season finale Wednesday night on ABC. The Golden Bachelorette season finale featuring Joan Vassos is just around the corner, set to air on Wednesday night. Joan started her journey with 24 amazing men, each bringing something unique to the table. Now, with just 2 remaining, she's on the brink of making one of the most important decisions of her life. Of course, being the lead of a show like The Golden Bachelorette comes with enormous responsibility and often some very tough decisions. As she got closer to each of her final 4 men, saying goodbye became harder, and some of her choices left fans wondering if she would eventually regret her decisions. Watching beloved contestants leave with broken hearts affected many fans, especially as some viewer favorites seemed to leave too soon. So with the finale so close, does Joan Vassos regret any of her decisions, especially those related to her final 4? The journey to the final 4. Joan's journey has been an emotional roller coaster, both for her and for the fans who followed along each week. Her final 4 consisted of Guy Gansert, Chalk Chapel, Mark Anderson, and Jonathan Roan. Each of these men won the hearts of Bachelor Nation in different ways. Mark, a retired firefighter, was a steady, caring figure throughout the season. Fans loved his stories of courage and his warm personality. Then there was Jonathan, a seasoned traveler and hopeless romantic who spoke openly about his heartbreaks and dreams for the future. Many were heartbroken when he left just before hometowns, and it was clear that saying goodbye to him was difficult for Joan as well. Chalk Chapel and Guy Gansert, who remain as Joan's final 2, both bring their own charm. Chalk's quick wit and intellectual curiosity made him an early standout, while Guy's adventurous spirit and vulnerability resonated deeply with Joan. As she watched each man say goodbye, Joan's conflicted emotions were clear. In a recent interview, Joan opened up about the difficulty of her choices and shared how she felt about watching the season back. She explained the toll the rose ceremonies took on her. Joan's words showed just how challenging it was for her to say goodbye to some of the wonderful men she met on her journey. She acknowledges that while her final four were ultimately the ones she felt were right for her, each goodbye weighed heavily on her heart. In particular, fans of Jonathan Roan and Mark Anderson were vocal about their disappointment on social media. Many had hoped to see them go further, especially given the meaningful moments Joan shared with each of them. Yet, Joan's confidence in her decisions speaks volumes. Watching the season back only confirmed for her that she was following her heart each step of the way, no matter how difficult it was. Joan also reflected on some of her favorite memories from her time on the show. When asked about her most memorable date, Joan didn't hesitate to name the group prom date as her favorite. That night was a turning point for her, a moment where she could step back and see how each of the men supported one another. The sense of camaraderie and mutual respect among the contestants struck her deeply, and she recalled how it strengthened her connection with each of them. During the prom date, Jonathan Roan was crowned prom king, a title he wore proudly. He opened up about his past heartbreak, and the vulnerability he showed that night touched both Joan and the audience. It was a moment that stayed with her and made her confident that, regardless of the outcome, her season would be something special. Fan reactions to Joan's choices. As is the case with every season of The Golden Bachelorette, fan favorites don't always make it to the end. Bachelor Nation was divided when it came to Joan's final four decisions. While some fans appreciated her choices, believing she chose men who truly suited her, others were heartbroken by the departures of Mark and Jonathan. Social media buzzed with reactions, many expressing the hope that Joan would look back and feel no regret, knowing she followed her heart. Her final choice between Guy and Chalk will undoubtedly be difficult, and fans are eagerly waiting to see how her journey will end. And with speculation around who might become the next Golden Bachelor, the excitement only continues. Jonathan Roan, with his genuine spirit and emotional openness, seems to be a frontrunner for the role, but only time will tell. In the meantime, all eyes are on Joan Vassos. Will she follow her adventurous side with Guy, or choose the stability and depth she found with Chalk? Either way, Joan's journey will end in a way that reflects the love and care she's shown each of the men on this incredible journey. Who do you think Joan should choose? And who would you like to see as the next Golden Bachelor? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to tune in for the season finale of The Golden Bachelorette this Wednesday night on ABC.